The Mothman might be more than just West Virginia folklore. These are the real Mothman sightings that were caught on camera and still remain unexplained. The Chicago O'Hare Airport sighting in 2017, we're starting strong with one of the most compelling modern encounters. In 2017, a United Cargo worker at O'Hare International Airport claimed to see a very large bat-like humanoid figure standing just beyond the fence. Then, with a terrifying shriek, the thing opened its wings, estimated to be nearly 10 feet across, and took off vertically into the night sky. Now, multiple witnesses reported the same thing that night, and yes, there are photos. Grainy, of course, creepy beyond. The footage hit Reddit and paranormal forums very fast, fueling theories that, the Mothman was warning of a future disaster. Many airport employees reported seeing the creature, some fearing job repercussions if they actually came forward. Now, despite investigations and public interest, the true nature of the creature remains kind of unknown. What do you guys think though? Point Pleasant bridge collapse foreshadowing between the years of 1966 and 67. Now, this is the OG Mothman mystery. Over 100 people in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, reported seeing a winged red-eyed creature near the Silver Bridge over the span of a year. The creature was often spotted flying overhead or perching on the bridge. Then on December 15th, 1967, the bridge collapsed, perishing 46 people. Many believe the Mothman wasn't just a cryptid, but an omen. Many believe the Mothman sightings, which occurred, from November 66 to December 67, were a warning of the bridge to collapse, which happened again, on December of 1967. Now, some residents of Point Pleasant believe the Mothman either caused the collapse or was trying to warn them about it. I don't know. But author John Keel, who investigated the events, suggested that the Mothman sightings were a form of prophecy. While this one, predates smartphones, eerie photos and artists' renderings based on witness descriptions still are circulating, and they match shockingly well to more recent sightings. The Doomsday Mothman in Chernobyl in 1986. Now, in the days leading up to the Chernobyl disaster, some workers at the nuclear power plant reported seeing a large, dark, winged creature with red eyes, similar to the American legend of Mothman. Now, that's where it gets very chilling. The descriptions match Point Pleasant's Mothman almost perfectly. The connection of this creature to the disaster, has led it to being called the Doomsday Mothman. Now, the creature's appearance was linked, of course, with the disaster, with some believing it to be a supernatural omen of the impending catastrophe. Now, the sightings abruptly stopped after the explosion, but rumors of KGB cover-ups and missing surveillance tapes only add fuel to the fire. In addition to the creature's sightings, there were reports of strange phone calls and nightmares experienced by those who saw the creature. No confirmed footage exists, but locals and ex-employees have leaked sketches and accounts that mirror other known sightings, decades and, continents apart. The flying humanoid drone over the Rio Grande. Okay, this one's not your typical cryptid, but it looked like kind of one at first. Now, in 2023, Border Patrol agents spotted what looked like a flying humanoid figure drifting eerily through the air over the Rio Grande. Now, it had no lights, no sound. It wasn't behaving like, any bird or normal drone. Now, turns out it wasn't. It was a surveillance drone, allegedly operated by Mexican cartels, used to spy on border agents in real time. But here's where it gets creepy. The footage shows the drone flying in total silence, hovering like a ghost with what appears to be long limbs and a body shape that eerily resembled, a Mothman. So News Nation covered the story with exclusive footage, and the comment section, while full of people saying it, gave the Mothman vibes. So while this one has a human explanation, it still taps into something darker, the idea that even our real tech is starting to look like our monsters. The Fresno Nightcrawler, or Mothman in disguise. Now, this one's debated, but stay with me. In 2007, surveillance footage from a Fresno backyard showed a tall, white, spinely creature walking almost fluidly across the yard. Many labeled it the Fresno Nightcrawler, but a lesser-known second clip from the same area caught what looks like a large humanoid figure gliding across the sky. Some researchers believe it wasn't the Nightcrawler, but the Mothman caught mid-flight. These two, clips together form a very chilling profile of something not easily explained. And yeah, the videos are still online. Go watch them, but maybe just not at night. The Appalachian Tunnel footage. You're cruising through a dark Mountain Tunnel when, boom, a massive creature with blazing red eyes pops into view and leaps into the night sky. That's exactly what happened to a couple driving through the Blue Ridge Mountains in 2013. They spotted what at first looked like a large bird perched at the entrance, but then it turned, revealing glowing crimson eyes and launched itself into the air with like a really curdling screech. Now, pure nightmare material. It ended up on TikTok stories of Appalachian Tunnel with the caption, "Laughter and the vision of a tall dark figure with glowing red eyes," reported by locals on cryptid forums describing a blurry dark shape gliding between the trees, its glowing red eyes visible even in the daylight. It's not your standard owl. It was, silent, huge. It didn't fly like any bird known to science. Critics chalk it up to optical illusions or hoaxes, but for those who watched the clip and heard the scream, it felt like something straight out of a nightmare. The Japanese disaster Omen, right before the Tohoku earthquake and tsunami that devastated Japan in 2011, there were online reports and even one security cam photo of a massive flying figure seen near power plants and coastlines. Some individuals claim to have seen a large black winged creature with glowing red eyes near the Fukushima plant before, during, or after the disaster. Now, these sightings were interpreted by some as confirmation of the Mothman legend and its connection to disaster, suggesting the creature was, bringing on the event basically. But others dismiss these claims as misinterpretations, of ordinary phenomena due to the stressful and chaotic circumstances surrounding the disaster. Japanese forums exploded with chatter about a dark angel or a flying spirit. Now, while Mothman isn't, native to Japanese folklore, the descriptions were almost identical. Critics called it fear-based hallucination, but believers point to the pattern where disaster strikes, the Mothman shows up first. The Arizona Mothman incident. Now, this is a bit of a story time one, so stay with me, okay? This comes from someone on Reddit. The user, who goes by the name Christopher Cry, said, "I was in Flagstaff, Arizona in July of 2020 looking to spend the night in my fifth wheel trailer near Lake Mary, which is about 5 miles outside of Flagstaff. I had just driven up from Phoenix. It was about 10 p.m. and I was tired, wanted to sleep and get up the next day and find a spot in the National Forest where I would stay for the next couple months. I pulled into a side road near Lake Mary and was going to sleep in my fifth wheel still connected to my truck. It was pitch dark with no lights anywhere and tall pine trees all around me. I get out of my truck and head towards the door of my fifth wheel when I see these two glowing red lights up to 20 to 30 feet in the pine trees. I had no idea what I was looking at, so I just kept staring at it. I thought maybe they were those red airplane warning lights, but I concluded that they definitely weren't and were a lot closer than I originally thought. They seemed like eyes and were slightly swaying back and forth. I got the intense feeling like I was being watched and got so spooked that I decided to get the heck out of there and ended up parking and sleeping in a Walmart parking lot. I had never heard of the Mothman at the time. Years later, I heard about it and the red glowing eyes matched what I saw that night. I also read of other sightings of the Mothman in Flagstaff area. I'm pretty sure it was the Mothman. There are literally hundreds of stories like this. So who or what is the Mothman? Just a case of mass hysteria and blurry cameras? Or is this creature silently watching from the shadows, warning us for when disaster looms? Whatever you believe, one thing's for sure, these sightings are real. The photos, the videos, the witnesses, they're not going away. And the Mothman, well, he might be closer than you think. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Ashley. Until next time, stay scared.